You know, I'm out here fighting Devin Haney. I'm out here fighting fucking Tank Davis. Now I'm about to fight Teofimo. I'm fighting everybody.
You ever turn down a fight for $100 million?
Yeah, I actually would. I do respect that in him. I think that he just knows it's his time to call it. I will say, though, his competitive nature, that might bring him back. If he sees me running this up, he might want to try to challenge the young bull. I ain't gonna lie. And we waiting for you, too. After I take out Shakur, we might want to, that might get him out of retirement. I ain't gonna lie.
Big payday.
Exactly.
He's going to be a problem
For
bro.
everybody.
He's going to be a problem, bro.
Speed is bananas.
Yeah.
You ever see him shadow box, like throw combinations?
Oh, yeah,
there?
bro.
It's like,
Oh, yeah.
is this sped
yeah.
up?
Oh,
How
yeah.
are you so fast?
Yeah. It's not fair.
He might have one of the fastest left hooks I've ever seen.
For sure.
I mean, it's right up there with everybody, all the great left hookers of the past.
But the crazy thing is, like, bro, he don't even bring it out. He just goes from right here.
Right there.
Pa!
Ryan Garcia has made it clear he's ready to fight anyone, showing confidence in taking on top-level opponents and pointing to his history of big fights. He emphasized that he faces challenges others often avoid and called out critics to step up and prove themselves the same way he does.
So now you have no excuse but to fight people, but he still won't fight people, which nobody really calls him out on that. But he hasn't fought really, other than myself, who has he fought? You know, I'm out here fighting Devin Haney. I'm out here fighting fucking Tank Davis. Now I'm about to fight Teofimo. I'm fighting everybody that's in front of me and all the people that are just afraid to get in the ring with. But you haven't done nothing.
Ryan Garcia is pushing for a rematch with Gervonta Davis, but says Davis needs to return to the ring first. As a world champion, Garcia believes the responsibility now lies on his opponents to make fights happen, and he's completely fine moving on if they don't.
Are we going to see you in Tank fight again?
I would love to. I think he needs to clean some of his act up and get back in the sport. We all want to see him back, including myself, so I could run it back with him. But I don't think we're going to fight for a long time. He won't go up to 147 either. A lot of these guys, they want me to take the risk and go lower all the time, but they won't do it. Sounds a little pussy to me, especially in the fact that I can't always be willing to take the extra step to make the fight happen. I've done that year in, year in, out. And now that I'm a world champion, you're going to have to come to me now. And if you don't want to, I don't really need you anyway. So what does it matter? The thing about Tank, before, he thought that people really need him.
Stephen A. Smith shared his view on the toughest matchups, saying a fight between Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Davis would probably end in a knockout. He highlighted Garcia's speed as an advantage, but warned that trading punches with Davis would be dangerous, making the fight extremely intense.
The two hardest ones for me, man. I don't think Garcia and Tank Davis are going the distance. Somebody get knocked out.
When you say somebody, who? Anybody? What are you saying?
I'm gonna go with Tank Davis. Here's what I'm believing. If Ryan Garcia, with his quickness and his length, stays away, he can do some things. But I think because of all the chirping, he gonna find himself in a situation where he gonna engage with Gervonta Davis. That is a mistake.
He's done.
That is a mistake. You engage with Gervonta Davis, he taking you out. That is what I believe. But be clear, Ryan Garcia is lightning quick, with power, and Gervonta is one of those dudes he don't mind taking just so he can give.
Ryan Garcia described a potential matchup with Shakur Stevenson as more tactical than brutal, acknowledging Stevenson's defensive skills but pointing out that no one has faced Garcia's speed and timing, where even the best strategies can break down under pressure.
I beat in a civil fight already, Devin Haney, which is longer, stronger, and faster than Shakur. So Shakur is better defensively, but he's never faced a guy as fast and with timing like myself.
Would you say that's probably the hardest fight for you right now?
No, it wouldn't be a hard fight. It would just be a thinking fight. And the thing is, you could think all you want. When punches are coming at you too quick, your brain can't react. I don't give a fuck what you got going on. Your brain, you just get hit.
Ryan Garcia expressed determination to take on Shakur Stevenson, aiming to prove he's the better fighter, insisting this matchup is the moment to decide who truly rules their division, and he's fully ready to seize the chance.
Bro, I really wanted to fight Shakur bad. I just don't like those people that think they're like, you're not the best, bro. You're not even showing that you're that like that. Yeah. Like, it's one thing to win a fight, it's another thing to show, all right, I'm like that. Yeah. And he's out here saying, oh, I'm the best. Like, bro, you're not the best fighter, bro. There's a lot of guys that are monsters, bro. You're not a monster. But I feel like you're like a puppy.
Ryan Garcia claimed that Shakur Stevenson is avoiding fights at 140 and 147 pounds because of a rehydration clause limiting Garcia's weight, noting that while Stevenson is strong defensively, he's never faced someone with Garcia's combination of speed, timing, and power.
Timing and power.
Yeah.
Is Shakur scared to fight you at 147?
Oh, for sure, 100%.
Explain to me the rehydration clause thing. Why you don't?
So he wants, if he goes up to 147, he wants me to be on a rehydration clause where I can't go up to 157.
You can't enter the ring that heavy.
Yes.
Got it. Roger that.
Alright.
You know, people say he's pretty slick. How would you go about beating him?
Beaten a slick fight already, Devin Haney, which is longer, stronger, and faster than Shakur. So Shakur is better defensively, but he's never faced a guy as fast and with timing like myself.
Shakur Stevenson confirmed he's ready to face Ryan Garcia, showing flexibility on the terms by agreeing to fight at 140 pounds without a rehydration clause or at 147 pounds with one, signaling his willingness to make the matchup happen.
You will have a rehydration clause at 140?
No, I don't want a rehydration clause.
Oh, you don't. So if he comes down to 140, you don't want no rehydration clause. Only if he comes down to 40. Only if he comes down to 47, you have to go up to 47. Do you want the clause, or you don't want the clause at all?
I only want the clause if I go up to 147, but I don't plan on going up. So at the end of the day, I don't need the clause. We can fight at 140.
Missed doubts about Shakur Stevenson moving up to 147 pounds for a 5th division title, arguing the size difference with Ryan Garcia isn't significant and that Stevenson's skill, past experience against bigger opponents, sharp technique, and high ring IQ make him fully capable of handling the weight jump.
You think Shakur's too small to go up to 47, take that belt, be a 5-division champion, and get that paper in the same time?
No. Why we say that? And Tank is 5'5". And Tank knocked him out. Okay, Tank still boxing. Shakur's a better boxer than Tank. Shakur not small. Ryan ain't got no taller. He might got a little heavier, but Shakur's 5'8". Ryan ain't that tall. He looks taller on television, but he's what, 5'10"? So he got a little height on him.
Ryan said that he started his pro career at 130 pounds.
Okay, so what that mean? You know what I mean? Like I'm saying, to say that Shakur is too small, I doubt that. You know, Shakur gets in there with the bigger guys.
Ernie the boxer defended Shakur Stevenson's ability to take on any challenge, explaining that limited opponents early in his career led him to bigger fights like with Ryan Garcia, and emphasized that with his skill and versatility, Stevenson can face any contender while continuing to solidify his reputation as one of the sport's elite.
He can handle any opponent and continue building his reputation as one of the sport's elite.
And again, Shakur's saying it too.
What?
He's saying he's too small. He's more of a 135 pounder.
He can fight both. I believe that. Yeah, he can fight both, but there's no fights at 135. That's why he's not doing that. If he got the Tank fight, he would fight him at 135. But Tank don't want to go nowhere near him. So, you know, he took the biggest fight right then with a guy with a reputation such as T.O., with the accomplishments such as T.O. And, you know, I mean, he did what he's supposed to do. He dominated him. So now, I mean, there's really nowhere for him to go besides capitalize off his newfound success or reputation. And, you know, there's plenty of guys to fight at the 140 pounds. It's Gary Russell. You know, he can go over to England, fight the Dalton Smith. You know, I think Gary Russell was the hardest task probably at that weight class, 140. You know, still got guys like Matias, you know, that's about to fight Dalton Smith. You know, so it's just, you know, the kid can really do whatever he want to do. I was really excited for the Ryan Garcia fight, but again, you know, he was just talking.
Shakur Stevenson confidently stated that regardless of how Ryan Garcia approaches the fight, he plans to control the pace and impose his style, making it clear he expects to dominate every moment inside the ring.
It'll be a lot of excitement to that fight. It's a big money fight. Ryan Garcia is somebody that comes in there. You never know which version of him is going to show up. So if the good version of him show up, he gets spanked. If the bad version of him show up, he gets spanked. He don't stand a chance.
Ryan Garcia has set his sights on Shakur Stevenson, stating he's ready to challenge one of boxing's top fighters, confident he can push Stevenson to his limits and potentially turn the tables in a high-stakes matchup.
Taking, like, the top now instead of a Haney rematch.
I just think that I'm one of those guys that I will just beat him And I just think that everybody thinks he's just some savant in the ring, and I'm just here to take that away. That's pretty much what it is. They thought Devin Haney was the same way. He's unbeatable. That's what Eddie Hearn said, right? And then went and beat his ass. Same thing with Shakur. I know people are saying he's pound for pound, this and that, but I don't see it. He gonna have to prove it. I beat him in the amateurs. I'll beat him again, and I will hurt him. You don't understand me? Like, I will humble him in ways that he's never been humbled before. And that's it. Point blank period. I want to fight him. That's it.
Ryan Garcia believes the fight could go against Shakur Stevenson if Stevenson overthinks, confident that once he starts landing punches, his speed and reflexes will dominate, recalling their amateur bout where he won despite the controversy over the result.
And the thing is, with Shakur, they're going to be all thinking he's going to spank me, blah, 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 all this shit. And when I get in there and I start hitting him, it's going to be a whole... Because I'm not one of those fighters that don't have a quick eye. He knows that my eye is quick. He like, I have that same eye twitch that Shakur has, I do. He knows it. We fought in the amateurs. I beat you. Don't even play around. You know I did. They robbed me.
Shakur Stevenson fired back, saying that while his opponent is skilled, he competes at a higher level, emphasizing his superior defense and ability to stay in front of opponents while effectively protecting himself.
It sounds good, but Ryan Garcia got to understand one thing that's very important. I'm not Devin Haney. I'm not Devin Haney.
How are you different than Devin Haney?
With all due respect to Devin Haney, he got his game, but my game is at a higher level. My defense is way better. I could stand there in front of guys and defend myself.
Ryan Garcia's sparring partner revealed how dangerous Shakur Stevenson can be, explaining that every punch lands with authority and his defensive style is a calculated strategy that forces opponents to respect his timing and precision in the ring.
You know, so Shakur does have power. It hurt. I could feel his punches. It hurt a little bit. It was something to be cautious against, you know? So Tank Shakur does not have pillow hands. He's defensive because he's defensive. He doesn't like to get hit. Who likes to get hit, you know?
Robert Garcia analyzed a potential Ryan Garcia versus Shakur Stevenson fight, noting Ryan's likely speed and power advantage, suggesting he press the action and aim for a knockout since a decision might not go his way, while advising Stevenson to stay smart, fight from the outside, use a long jab, counterpunch, and avoid exchanges. And ultimately, if forced to choose a winner, Garcia favored Ryan.
Avoiding exchanges to prevent getting caught. Ultimately, if forced to pick a winner, Garcia favored Ryan.
Shakur's talented, technical. I think Ryan's probably faster, bro. And look, man, I could take that back. Maybe they're probably the same when it comes to fast. But I know Ryan has a lot more power. Ryan hits a lot harder than Shakur. So right there, any punch.
Devin Haney all over again?
Could be. Never know. I don't know, but you can't count Shakur because Shakur's talented. Talented, but it's still an interesting fight. I would like to see it.
If Ryan were to fight him and it became concrete, what would he need to do to win that fight?
Just press and try to win by knockout. Because I don't think he'll win a decision, but try to win by knockout. And he has the power to knock him out.
What do you think Shakur needs to do if he had a chance?
Just fight the way he fights, smart. Keep him on the outside. Just use a long jab and counter punch and speed. Don't try to get in there and exchange, because if he tries to exchange, he'll get hurt and get knocked out.
If you could pick who wins that fight, who wins that fight? If you had to choose.
I can't go against Ryan anymore, so I'll pick Ryan.
David Benz called a matchup between Ryan Garcia and Shakur Stevenson a close, high-stakes fight fans want to see, praising Stevenson's skill and growing reputation but emphasizing that true greatness comes from taking risks, not playing safe, and urging Stevenson to embrace the challenge before the opportunity passes.
It's not an easy fight. It's a 50-50 fight. It's a 50-50 fight. Like, I can't, I'm not gonna say Ryan Garcia go knock Shakur out, you know what I mean? I'm not saying Shakur's gonna go knock Ryan Garcia out. It's a 50-50 fight, and that's what we want to see. So, but like I said, that's just my opinion. If he feels like he's not ready to go up to 147, everybody has their opinion. Just like me, I'm not ready to go up to 200 pounds. You know what I mean? So I was just saying, that's just my.
David Benz warned that skipping this fight could be a costly mistake for Shakur Stevenson in his prime, arguing that true champions build their legacy by taking on the toughest challenges, dismissing size concerns as elite fighters adapt when needed, and urging Stevenson to seize the opportunity now, calling it the kind of risk that can define a career.
He's able to have this position, and him not taking that is going to hurt him, because at the end of the day, he's in the prime of his career. How old is he? Like 28?
Yeah, he's
29.
getting, yeah.
So he's becoming in the prime of his career. So for me, in my opinion, I think these are the best times where you should take these fights, make the biggest fights happen while you're in the prime of your career. I mean, and I'm not saying he's not going to be in the prime of his career when he's 30, 32, but this is really when it becomes. I mean, he can really get the best out of himself right now. So, but like I said, that's just my opinion. If he feels like he's not ready to go up to 147, everybody has their opinion. Just like me, I'm not ready to go up to 200 pounds. You know what I mean? So
Virgil Ortiz praised Shakur Stevenson's technical and defensive skills, noting that effective defense means avoiding punches, not just taking them, while recognizing the strengths of both fighters and expressing interest in seeing a matchup to determine who is superior, viewing it from a fan's perspective.
Framing it from a fan's perspective.
It's a hard one, man. Shakur, he's very technical. He's very defensive. And you know what? People shit on his defense, man, but why are you going to stand there and get hit?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, in reality, no one likes to get hit. Doesn't matter if you can take it or not. The point of boxing is to hit, not get hit,
Yeah.
Gervonta, he's obviously, he's Gervonta. I don't really have to explain why I think he's good. It's just both styles. I would like to see who's the winner of it.
Yeah.
You just being a boxing fan, we want to see who's better.
Ryan Garcia took a jab at Terence Crawford, criticizing his resume by saying he hasn't faced young, hungry fighters and has avoided names like Boots Ennis and Virgil Ace, questioning Crawford's hunger while adding that if Crawford returned, he'd be ready to fight him.
I think that Terence hasn't fought any young, hungry, talented fighters. And if you look at his resume, he fought Errol Spence. He was already older. He fought Canelo, already old. Name one guy he fought that was a young lion. You can't name him because he hasn't done it. He didn't fight Boots. He didn't fight Virgil Ortiz. He hasn't fought me. Devin, he just doesn't fight anybody that's hungry. The same hunger he got. That's why he's beating.
I don't know shit, but I don't think he's gonna fight again.
No, he probably won't. I mean, he made a bunch of money. I mean, I'm not forcing him to do anything. I'm just calling it how I see it. I don't care if he comes out of retirement or not. But if he wants to, let's do it. Because his trainer's the one that was talking shit. So.
Terence Crawford responded to Ryan Garcia's claims by emphasizing his experience and long-standing career, directly challenging Garcia's comment. Ryan Garcia, you do know I'm older than Spence and Canelo, right? It was a clear reminder that Terence Crawford's achievements come from decades at the highest level, not just fighting opponents of a certain age. But Ryan Garcia responded, acknowledging Crawford's conditioning and experience while pointing out that many young, hungry fighters sought challenges that Crawford never took on. I was talking boxing years, champ. There's no doubt you got more in the tank than them. That is not a knock on you, though. You kept your body in top condition, but there are a lot of young, hungry fighters who want that work. Ryan Garcia fired back at Terence Crawford, claiming Crawford left much of his legacy unfinished and stressing that being undisputed means little if a fighter never truly challenges himself, emphasizing he speaks from personal experience in the ring and from the heart, not just as an outside observer. Believe Terence Crawford left more of his legacy on the table. Just my opinion. Undisputed means nothing if you know truly you didn't challenge yourself. I'm speaking from knowing boxing and speaking from the heart as a fighter, not just some random who can only see the surface level. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Share your prediction in the comments. Who do you think will win? See you in the next one.